Hi everyone, I am Tara and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel. You're all beautiful souls and it's good to be back with you. As my description said, I'm going to talk a bit about my feelings on bullies. Okay? Bear with me, I'm in poor lighting right now. So I'm going to go to a better light. Okay. So this is my thoughts on bullies. 1 second, please. And how I feel, okay? Because I've been running into a few bullies the past little bit. Now, you all know about bullies, and well, we all know too how bullies are created, okay? So, to start off, growing up, I was bullied some. It was either because of my clothes or just the way I was. I was more of a person that kind of, I kept to myself, but I was a floater. When people would kind of try to bully me, I know this sounds right out there, but I would growl at them. Be like, I know, weird, hey? But sometimes whatever works. I got something in my eye. Darn. Okay, well, so it's growing up, and I'd see kids after that. I'd see kids being bullied. So I never liked to bully, but some would say, "Well, you were a bully." Well, I wasn't a bully. I would chase bullies away. There was periods when there'd be people bullying. I'd walk a kid home. There was this group of boys. Okay, they were bullies. And like I said, I didn't like them. So this one day I decided, well, hey, the only way you're going to stop a bully is if you defend yourself. I'm not saying it has to be physical. Your voice can be very powerful. Now, when I did this, I went after them. All I had to do was run and yell. And well, they took off. They left their bikes and their book bags behind because they wanted away as fast as they could. They were boys and I'm a girl. Okay, so it doesn't matter, boy, girl, your voice is powerful. Okay, I'm not saying call names or anything like that. Mind you, I've been dealing with sort of a bully lately, and it's I told the person, you're a coward. The bully a woman, the bully a child, but when it comes to them being bullied and kind of pushed over and, oh, well, like, you got to do this, you got to do, they wouldn't stand up for themselves. So they were bullying me and blaming me for things and taking the bully's side when I was defending myself against the bully. So it's like, so I started standing up and saying, hey, you know what? People would say, well, why don't you go away from them? Well, sometimes we're put in situations where you got to deal with them. It sucks. But someone has to deal with the bully. Well, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. See anything while I was gone? No. Okay. So what I was saying is I started standing up this person and using my voice. This person is changing now. Okay. So what was taking place, the bully was kind of pushing at me. Wouldn't do nothing for themselves. Would tell me to tell these people, well, you can't do this. You can't use that. So it was finally, you know what? You tell them. Because the people are getting mad at me when it should be you saying it. So I told them, you're an effing coward. And they are. A bully is a coward. Because they'll push other people around who appear to be weaker and have less ability to defend themselves. But when it comes to them being bullied and they don't think that they can really do anything about it, they're a coward. And I was not afraid to tell this person that they were a coward. Well, now finally, this person spoke up and told the other person, like, hey, you know what? Jig is up. I'm telling you now. Because all along, it should have been them telling instead of expecting someone else. Now, I know it seems like, well, you're a little off track or something like that, because I sort of seem like I am, but I know I'm not deep down, because a bully makes a bully. This person was bullied that I'm talking about. They were bullied. By a few people. They stood up when they were younger. But because of someone else being a bully, to women and a child, being him or her, they became the same kind of bully. You lose people. But when you're bullying people, do you really want them to? Well, I suppose some people do want people to stay with them while they're bullying, because it's a power trip. We need to take the power away from them. Like this person says about the person in charge of what's going on with the war, about that person being a bully. Well, my opinion is, what right do you have to say about another bully when you're a bully yourself? it's because of people like yourself that we have bullies. I always told my kids and my nieces, nephews, everything like that. Hands are for helping, feet are for walking. This person was bullied by a teacher when he was younger. Yeah, when they were younger. The person was taken and the teacher put them in a trash can in front of all the students and made them stand there and hold their hand. What we don't know when we're not around. There's bullies everywhere. Everybody has been a bully at least once. But did they become a full-blown bully? No, usually it was when you were a kid and you grew out of it. Some never grew out of it because of them being bullied all the time, being bullied in school. Let's see, okay, the one with the war. It says he was bullied as a kid, but he's a bully. So what right does he have to say? Another example, richest person in the world. Bullied as a kid. Bringing out all these weapons. Why? Aren't we supposed to be stopping more? Aren't we supposed to be stopping violence? There wasn't supposed to be weapons. Greed created weapons, bullies. Now people feel, oh, well, we have no choice because we have to have something to defend ourselves. And I see that point of view. But violence don't make things right. What happened to one-on-one hand combat? And then it shouldn't be, because we're all supposed to be working together, not fighting each other and being bullies and well, this bully's a hypocrite because they say about other people being a bully, but they're one themselves. Well, how but yeah, some people would say, well, you called the person a coward, so it's kind of throwing shade. No, it's not. It was pointing something out. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be authentic and speak how I feel. Because I'm tired of watching people push each other around and throw shade on each other and be hypocrites and say, well, you're this, you're that. Well, look at yourself. Listen to the song that Michael Jackson sang, Man in the Mirror. He didn't like who he's seen in the mirror, so he was trying to change his face. Let go of the ego. Because the ego is just, it's getting in the way of your growth. You don't need a power trip. If you don't want to be with family, don't have family. Don't have kids. Don't get married. Don't have a partner. Nothing. We're not supposed to be hurting each other. Deep down in here, I know that, like, well, I know the universe was not supposed to be like this. And the more that we look at negativity, the more we create it. I know that there's more and more people coming together in the world. More and more people are waking up and seeing things for what it is. Like, some people, they'll mock people because they say, oh, we're in a satanic world. Well, we are. Have a look around. We have kids that are being taken away from their families, put in homes. They're being abused. Weren't they taken out of a place that was being abusive? But you put them in there? Right into something else. We have people that are committing crimes and stealing. Okay? A lot of people are stealing because they're poor. They're going to jail. Nobody's getting rehabilitated. Why? Because it's all owned by private people. Money. Everything is private. I had somebody say that we're in a two-party system with regards to our government. Look, we are. Because they have the corporations that are saying, here, we'll give you this amount, we'll give you this massive amount of money. But you got to do as we say. Fuck the people. You work for us. But in actuality, they work for the people. I've told the official, the government appointed prime minister. Yeah. See, I don't even, prime minister. I told him through Twitter, because that's the only way you can do. He's nothing but a patsy. He's a puppet. It is a two-party system, and it's run by bullies. But we're throwing shade. People are throwing shade on the people that are saying, screw you. We're not taking your bullying no more. Those people are actually defending you. We need to be showing them respect opposed to the ones that are bullying you, because they don't give two shits about you. That's what they want. So change can be scary. And going within and looking at yourself to make that change instead of waiting for someone to come make the change for you. They can't change you. You're the only one who can change yourself. You can't change anybody else either. You can't change the people around you. But you can change yourself. And by changing yourself, you're setting an example for others to change. I'm working with a really hard person. They can be very bitter. The world don't owe you nothing. You don't. We owe it to ourselves. Okay? You can work to help others because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We need to be fit and healthy ourselves and have our poop together. But we're supposed to be helping each other. And it's not supposed to be about greed. Remember the old saying about a barn raising? They actually did a barn raising together as a community. They worked together. And we just got ignorant. Am I able to say that? Yeah, because I've gone through it. I've experienced it myself. I'm not perfect. But I am working on myself to change. To be who I truly am. Who we all truly are. We've just had so much shit slung on us that we started blaming each other. I know a young woman, and she has a channel, and she does hypnosis and consciousness coach. And I really respect her because she's not in it for the money. She's in it to help people. So she only asks for donations. So she's happy if she gets $2, if she gets 50 cents. And I know there's other people out there like her. Sometimes they're just hard to find. You go to these spiritual guidance and psychologists and that, and they're charging hundreds of dollars. So I guess the poor people are stuck with a screwed up medical health system because they can't afford one outside of it. I said before that where I'm at, I like there's a big yard, and I want to turn it into like a spiritual type thing to get back with nature. Do actual camping with no running water, no facilities, nothing, actual camping. And I said that, like, I don't have the money to do it. But with anything, some people ask for donations to church. They ask for donations, and what do they do with it? They say it's supposed to go to the people, but it actually goes in their pocket so that they can buy gold, diamonds, and jewels. Oh, buy me a car. God wants you to buy me a car. Well, I don't want your car. I don't want a car. Hey, anybody want to donate a plant to put in the yard to grow? Put a tree in the yard? Why aren't they doing stuff that benefits everybody instead of themselves? They got these crowns and everything. Yeah, I'm shaking my head because it's like, you got a glitch? Church was always supposed to be about community, and then they all separated. You got to believe this way. You got to believe that way. You got to believe in you, in God, in whatever you feel helps you. I ran into a couple pastors last night, and I asked them, like, about church outside. And the answer I got was that I was not the only one that said about having church outside on nice days. Other people has said to them, like, hey, why don't you have church outside? Because they don't like going in the building. On nice days. What's the harm in that if people want to go to church? I'm not throwing shade on people going to church because, in my opinion, church was always supposed to be about community. But right now, I'm having a hard time with it. The place that we've always been told that we can get guidance. Some of us can't. I went for guidance a couple times. First time was in '99. For spiritual, and they told me, oh, you need a doctor. I went to the hospital after I got out of the hospital. And I went in and I sat with a psychiatrist. My parents were there. I sat with the psychiatrist and I sat with the student. And I looked at them. I said, hey, okay. I said, tell you what. I said, I'm going to do something. And after I do this, I want you to give me your medical opinion. So I started reciting the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, thou art in heaven. Well, when I started reciting that, my body it started shaking so bad that I couldn't even talk no more. Because I had used a Ouija board. And I asked for a spirit and I let them out. So I needed help. Spiritual help. So when I did this and I couldn't say it no more, I stopped saying it. My body just went right back to normal. And I looked at the doctor, the psychiatrist. I said, okay, now, what's your medical opinion? She says, I know nothing about the spiritual stuff. I said, I didn't ask for your spiritual opinion. I asked for your medical opinion. And she looked at me, she said, I can't give you one. That was in 99. And I asked my own church for help. You need a doctor. So my mom ended up finding a church that would do an exorcism. Oh, they are real. And it can hurt you. So they did it. And then it was like, I got the medication, and I was actually awakening. And then here last year, I got to the hospital, and like things were happening. Well, the hospital here, they asked, like the doctor asked me, like, do you know what they diagnosed you with? And I said, oh, probably psychosis or schizophrenia. And she looked, no, they didn't. They have you written as unexplained. They can't explain you. They can't explain how you know this language that no one understands, but we know it's a language. They know that there's something different, something that medical science cannot explain. So I was having a difficult time, and I called the pastor asking for spiritual guidance. And the response I got was, you need to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist. You need to stop being so damn opinionated and do what you're supposed to be doing. If you're of God, then you don't judge. When somebody comes to you for spiritual guidance, they're not looking at you like you're a freaking doctor. This is why the church is losing people. Ignorance. It was supposed to be community, people coming together. Didn't matter what you believed. It was never supposed to be. But it all became twisted and run by bullies. Oh, you're a sinner. Oh, you're this. You're going to hell. Someone of God don't tell someone they're going to hell because they made a mistake or because they done something. They say about we like it's about forgiveness. And I've said it before. You can ask God for forgiveness as much as you want. But until you truly believe, and until you truly forgive yourself and others, you're never going to feel like you were forgiven for the most part. Forgiveness comes from within. It goes here. I had a hard time forgiving. Forgiving myself for the things that I've done. We got to stop throwing shame and shade on ourselves, but we got to stop doing it. We're repeating history. We keep taking ourselves back. They say you got to remember this, you got to remember that. Well, we got to remember what's real, what's true, not what our heads have been filled with. I've said it before, the movie Matrix. Or, no, sorry, not Matrix. Men in Black. Ching. Flash your memory. Don't you remember that? Our dreams are telling us things that we've seen and we experienced. We all can do this, and we all can stop the bullying by learning to work together and come together in unity. We have to stop allowing them to divide us into categories. Because we're not categories, we're people. We're human, and we have rights. But they've been taken away. But you can take them back. Because you can step away. And this is what people are trying to do. Like I said before, you see a lot of places, signs up, hiring, 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 hiring. They're hiring because people don't want to work for them no more. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you all with that. Remember, that's just my feelings on bullies and what I've been seeing in the world. I don't watch TV because I don't need to. Because I know what it's like. And I want no part of it. I don't want no part of the ignorance. I don't want no part of the false information, the oh this, oh that, the pointing fingers. But as someone close to me said, when you point a finger, remember, you always have the three pointing back at you. We all slip sometimes. But we'll get there. Meskera to skre. Pushklana to kre. Ekototole. To skira to skira to tole. Mishkle to turska. Kreska to tole. Kishklana to kre. Isalala shkule to turwe. Mekatoto eskredoi. Eskeleto to. I love you all very much. And this is why I'm telling you how I feel. Because I know that I'm not alone on this feeling. We've all been feeling it. So I'm here to let you know that we're not alone on the feeling. But we can do this together. We just need to learn to help each other, work together. Break the chains that hold us down, that keep us sick. Tariska tutuskre, mekulera shkulo tutuprie, amakutodaiskete. Mishkia. I'm sending you all much love, light, and many blessings. And most importantly, very much needed health to any and all that want to or who are willing to accept it. Love you all. May blessings and love and God be with you. Or however you believe. Te scan.